Hi guys, welcome back. And today I will be doing another holiday sort of look using this lovely little thing. So this is the NYX Butt Naked Underneath It All palette. This is awesome. So this will be sort of a review slash demo. This is $25 at Ulta. It has, you open it up, it has 15 eyeshadows. One is technically a pressed pigment, this one. I'm not sure what that means, but it's got a really great mirror. And then the bottom part slides out. And there are 4 blushes and 3 highlighters. I've been using this almost every day for the past week or so, and I love it. So I'm going to show you my favorite look that I've come up with so far using this palette. So let's dive in. All right, so I'm just going to quickly pull my hair back, and I'm trying really hard as I make more tutorials and videos and I watch back and see what I do. I notice that I blab a lot about things that don't matter, so I'm going to try to keep this very streamlined just to what I am doing. So I'm going to start with the eyes because I'm doing kind of a smoky look. So I'm going to prime. Wow, some of that just went flying across the room. I'm going to prime with my Wet n Wild primer, which is almost out actually, and I will probably just repurchase it. Now I have a very small amount of makeup on right now. I have some under eye concealer, some mascara, and I have my brows pretty much on. And this is kind of my, oh shit, I have like 5 minutes to get ready to teach class. Gonna just throw the very bare minimum on. So that's what I have on at the moment. See what I mean about blabbing on about things that don't matter? All right, and to start this, I'm actually gonna kind of a second prime in a way. So this primer keeps the shadows in place and keeps them from creasing. And this is the Milani Shadow Eyes in Almond Cream. And this is gonna be kind of a neutralizing base. So I'm just kind of gonna, what is happening? So I'm just going to slap that on, and you can blend it in with a brush or your finger. I'm just going to use my finger to kind of tap that in. All right, so I'm going to take a Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is a matte. This palette has a really nice variety of mattes and shimmery shades, and that's just going to be a blending color up. Just gonna wash that over the brow bone. Wash that over the brow bone? That's a weird thing to say. But anyway, just to help blend things in. And then with that same brush, I'm gonna go into this kind of interesting, cool, taupey, almost slightly purpley shade. Again, this is a matte. This is gonna go through the crease. This is not gonna be a revolutionary eye look, but it is really pretty. I am also going to take that kind of taupey shade along the bottom lash line, and I can just do this now because I already have some concealer on. I know it looks a little bit, or maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. In person, it looks slightly like I just got punched in the eye or something. But it will be fine when it's all said and done. Now again, going in with a matte shade, this is kind of a darker brown. It's a little bit, I'd say it's a little bit warmer. And this is going to just get tucked into the outer edge. Crease thing. And I want to bring that down on the lash line a little bit. Real Techniques accent brush. Going back in with that matte brown and bringing it to the lash line, lower lash line. If you hear papers rustling, those are my cats playing. It's really cute. So for the main lid color, I'm going in with this really pretty kind of dark tealy shade. And I think I'm just going to apply that with my finger. I've also had really good luck with, you know, like a flat shadow brush, but I want this to be as intense as possible. So pretty. So I'm just going to dot that, press that onto my eyelid. Concentrating it in that inner portion, just because that's what's going to be most visible on my eye. And I'm just going to take that same base shadow brush just to kind of blend very softly, not to blend the colors together necessarily, but just to kind of blend around the edges to soften it in so they all look like they belong. All right, before I move on, I'm just going to add a little bit of stuff to my brows. They're in quite a state right now. I think I'd like to get them waxed, so they're kind of growing in a little bit and they're a mess. But I'm just going to take this e.l.f. eyebrow kit in light just into the powder. This is a Real Techniques brow brush. handy enough. Just to add a little extra love. And I also thought this would be a cool opportunity to try this out. I recently put an order into Paula's Choice. This was one of the samples that I could try. It's a mattifying primer. Shine Stopper Instant Matte Finish with micro sponge technology. Ooh, kind of a lotiony. That looked terrible. Oh dear. Okay, anyway. Cleaning the mind. I'm just gonna slap this on everywhere because, you know, why not? Besides the fact that this could irritate my skin. Patch testing, generally really important. Anyway, all right, I'm going to let that settle in. I am going to take a black eyeliner. This is the Milani Supreme Kohl Casual Liner. And line definitely upper, maybe lower. We'll see what happens. From there, I'm going to add on a little bit more festivity-esque stuff. I'm going to take that almond cream pencil again. I'm actually going to line the inner rim. Which can be a little cumbersome. It's a great color, but a little cumbersome because it's jumbo pencil. Milani, you should make this exact thing in like a skinny pencil for the waterline. I'm just throwing that out. All right, so I lined the upper lash line and just the outer half of the lower lash line. And I'm just going to take an accent brush, kind of blend that in. Just soften it up. I want this to be smoky but not overpowering. If they do already, let me know which one it is, and I'll grab it. All right. And then taking that on the inner part of the lower lash line. Not all the way in, because we already have some shadow there, but just at the, I don't know, inner quarter or so. I'm going to mix the two golds that are in here. So there's this really, oh good. There's this really pretty kind of coppery gold, and then there's this really pretty champagne-y gold. And I can't decide which one to use, so I'm just going to mix both in. So I'll start off with the kind of coppery gold. And then go in with the champagne. Bring it more along the inner corner and then just kind of blend over. All right, so I have my 2 foundations, my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation mixed with the NYX BB Cream. Gonna slap that on. Put a little on my forehead. I usually don't really bother too much because my bangs cover my forehead at the moment. But for the sake of argument, and this, of course, is my Real Techniques shading sculpting brush. All right, and setting all of that with my good old Coverall from Wet n Wild in the shade Fair. Real Techniques blush brush, which I don't think I've ever actually used for blush, I have to say. I think I'm going to pop some lashes on. I'm going to do that off camera just because it's easier, and I'll be right back. I am using some e.l.f. lashes. They look like that, which I know is super helpful. They don't have a thing on them. I don't have the box anymore. So I don't know if I can find out which ones they are. They're dollar ones I got at Target. Okay, lashes are on. Honestly, not the biggest fan of these ones, but we're gonna just keep on keeping on, as they say. I'm gonna contour just a little bit with my NYX Taupe blush and Real Techniques cheek brush. Just a little bit under the cheekbone and then around the hairline. So in a little kind of C shape. So it looks not ridiculous. Which I don't really like the ridiculous. Like the whole Instagram makeup look, I don't dig it. So I don't think I'll ever be a very big Instagram person. I'm just not that style. Alright, so I'm just going to use the blush / highlighter in this palette. I think... by the way, these 3 blushes are all matte, which I really appreciate, especially since they gave 3 highlights. Because why would you put highlight over sparkly blush? I mean, you could, obviously, but I appreciate that most of these blushes are matte. I think I'm going to go with this pink one over here because I don't think I've tried this one out yet actually on my face. Ooh, pigmented! Really pretty! Oh my goodness! That's a really pretty blush. Really pretty blush. Real Techniques contour brush, by the way. And then I'm going to take this small tapered brush from e.l.f. for the highlight. And there's like an icy white, a golden, and a pink-ish highlight. And cue Jeopardy music here. Pink makes sense, so let's do that. Now, because I already get really shiny everywhere, I usually just highlight the cheekbones, but can we talk about that? Yeah. I would definitely be more into all over highlight if my skin wasn't as oily as it is, because I like shiny things. So, yeah. But I am going to take the white highlight and use that on the brow bone and inner corner. So I'm taking that base shadow brush again and just going to bring that. I like, this has a nice shape, I think, for brow bone highlights. And accent brush in the white. This white highlight. Okay, so that's, now we just have lips, and I have several lipsticks in front of me, and I'm trying to figure out which one. The one I keep kind of gravitating towards is Tea Rose by NYX. So let's roll with that. Yeah, I like it. And I also feel like something a little bit lighter than this, although it hurts me to not put red lips on right now, just so you know. This will be easier to eat, drink, and be merry in, I think, because you don't have to worry about the state of your lips. So there it is, the finished look. And perhaps I should take, I don't know, attempt to, sexy. There we are, the finished look. I hope you enjoyed. I am going to right now quickly shoot like a review video. So if you want to know more about this palette, I will have that linked below when it is up. So I hope you enjoy this video. Again, I will link that other one below if you're interested in the palette, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.